Hello everyone! The complete summary of Chapter 1109 has finally been released. Without further ado, let's get into the content of this video. More details of the chapter by myself. Chapter of 15 pages, chapter title 1109 is Obstruction Limited Cover Series Gome 26 Wanakuni. We see Onigashima sinking under the sea towards ancient Wanakuni. Chapter starts where last one ended. Recording that started in last chapter was made in the past by Vegapunk. We can see Shaka and the other satellites with him too. Vegapunk broadcast signal makes that Marines Den Mushi all over the world broadcast his message, and no one can turn them off. Shaka suggested that people around the world would need some time to prepare their screens and visual Den Mushi. So Vegapunk tells people of the world that he will wait for 10 minutes so everyone can prepare their screens, and visual Den Mushi, Usopp, and Nami group are seeing Vegapunk's message. They are confused about what Vegapunk is doing. No news about Zora, Jinbe, or Brook in this chapter. Cut to Luffy. He's still grabbing Saturn's head. The four members of the gorosei in Mary Geoise are talking to Saturn. It seems they use some kind of telepathy, probably related with their powers. Gorosei. Is Vegapunk really dead? Saturn. I think so. I saw how Kizaru killed him. Gorosei. Then he must have used his death to trigger that broadcast. And probably, the source of the signal is an egghead's labaface. How people all over the world react and prepare to receive Vegapunk's in Dressrosa. We see Rebecca, Leo, Kiros, and other people preparing the screens. Leia. Is that the doctor whom Luffyland is holding hostage? Rebecca. Don't believe these news that tries to make Lucy looks evil, Leo. In Fuchsia Village, Whoopslap says they haven't a projector in the village, so they will just hear Vegapunk's Vavis. In World Economy Newspaper's headquarters, Vivi is confused about where Luffy is in the recording. Morgan says the broadcast must be pre-recorded. Wapol is there with them too. It's nighttime in Water 7. Iceberg wakes up and tells his genius secretary Alice, Erichi in Japanese with an Italian pronunciation, Alicel, to prepare some screens to broadcast Vegapunk's message. Alice. I've already prepared screens all over the city, President Iceberg. In Kamabaka Queendom, Ivankov is surprised to see Vegapunk's new head. Dragon is thinking a bore moment Shaka told him that about to die. We can see two more people's reactions in other random islands, back to Egghead Island. Luffy wonders why there's no damage to Saturn, so he decides to use another strategy. Kizaru shoots a laser beam from his eyes, but Luffy dodges it. Then Luffy slaps Kizaru and Saturn together with his giant hands, using a very strong attack called Gomu no Dawn symbol, white symbol by Imo Lee, entombing them in a kind of flat paper. They also have stars going around in circles in their heads. Luffy grabs squashed Kizaru and Saturn and throws both of them to the sea. Kizaru hits a battleship and we see him lying down, panting in the ship. However, Saturn flies back like a boomerang and attacks Luffy with his legs. Saturn is using a technique similar to Luffy's Gomu no UFO. Luffy dodges the attack. He's angry when he sees Saturn is uninjured. Luffy. What? Why isn't he taking any damages after all I did? The four members of the gorosei make contact with Saturn again. Gorosei. Saturn, there is no time. We cannot allow Vegapunk to talk. Saturn. I know. Then I shall call you all. Black lightnings appear in Egghead Island. Marines T in shock. Ming battleship. In the epic final double page of the chapter, Saturn around him. Huge black flames come up from magic circles. Agic circles appear. Luffy is in shock, with his eyes popping out of their sockets. Luffy. What are those self? Sanji, carrying Vegapunk, observes in shock the black flames that appear where Luffy is fighting Sanji. Those things were there back when the Spider Gramp appeared, tool.